Hi, it's Oishi. This is a video. So I wanted to talk about writing today because that's a thing that I do. I want to talk about both the things that I like and also the things that annoy the hell out of me because writing is hard if you didn't know. That's something that I've come to realize over the last, I don't know, like 10 years. Writing is difficult. So I have been working on a book, if you want to call it that. I don't call it that. I call it untitled document because that's what Google Docs has so lovingly named it. So I've been working on this untitled document since about September. In fact, let me check because you can do that on Google Docs. Let me see what the the first version of this was. Oh my god. That's a lot of changes. Hello? Hello? Okay, I created this document on September 10th, 2018, apparently at 17:40, which is 5:40 p.m. if I'm not mistaken. It's currently March 29th, which means that I've been working on this for about 7 months? Yeah, about 7 months, if I can do math. Which it's really a hit or miss for me. And I've gotten to the point in my first draft where I kind of just want to be done with it. I feel like icky writing it now because I'm like, you know, it's fun and it's good, I hope, but I kind of just want to get to the end so that I can start the whole revising process. So here is what's going on with this thing. First of all, look at this notebook. It is so cute. There are corgis on it and they're the fattest little things ever. Everyone needs fat corgis on their notebooks. This is where I do all my outlining. I am currently in the third act of the book, getting really close to the end now. I only have 9 chapters left, which doesn't sound like a lot, but at the same time, it's a lot. And I've given myself the deadline of April 28th because that is my 16th birthday and I wish to be done and over with this before then, which means I have 9 chapters to write in like 30 days. I also have like a million other things to do, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to do this. My current word count for this is 54,513, and that took me 6 months to write, but I think that if I really push myself, I can definitely get to the end of this. I don't really know what the end word count is gonna be. I'm thinking it's gonna be somewhere around 70,000 words. I hope maybe even more depending on how much I add to this outline. And it's currently sitting at 108 pages on Google Docs with 12-point Arial font. So I don't know exactly how many more pages it's gonna be until I get to the end. We'll see. Okay, so now that I've sort of talked about what I'm doing, I thought I'd talk about some things that annoy the absolute heck out of me because I like complaining. First off, I hate it when people ask me, are you done writing your book yet? Because the answer is no. No, I'm not done. And I feel like everyone always asks me this, especially my parents. They will always ask me if I'm done writing, when I'm gonna send my writing places. Why don't you just let me write when I can? Stop asking me if it's done. It's not done. Also, kind of on the same lines as the other one, people that tell me to publish it. Again, it's not done. It's far from done. I mean, when I'm talking about finishing this, I'm talking about finishing this draft. There's still so much to do after that. And I feel like people don't realize that and they're just like, oh, you're writing a book. I guess it'll be on shelves next year. No, honey, it won't. It really won't. That was more about like outside forces that annoy me. This next one is more about me and my writing. So my current work, untitled document, is in present tense. And so I'll be writing in present tense, and then all of a sudden, I look back and I see that I've written the last 4 pages in past tense. This is probably one of the most annoying things that I do. I suddenly forget everything about the English language and how to conjugate verbs, and I decide that past tense is the same as present tense. And so then I have to go back through the whole thing and make sure that it's all in present tense. It's the absolute most annoying thing about me, and I actually hate myself when I do it, which is often. it's not difficult to stick to one tense. So I don't understand like what happens in my brain. Did I like fall asleep? Did I smoke something before? I didn't. I didn't. But somehow my brain decides, let's just switch the tense because that's not important. Another thing that I really hate is having to remember little details about your story. And I know you're probably thinking that you are the writer, how do you not remember things? Well, it's hard sometimes, especially before when I was writing something that was more along the lines of a utopian sort of society. It was a lot harder to remember things then, like how the society worked, how like downtown looked like, what the new technology was. That was harder to remember. I feel like I don't have that problem as much with Untitled Document because it's a contemporary novel. People who can create huge high fantasy worlds and know exactly how the world works and every little thing about the government and the people, that's absolutely incredible to me. Like, Brandon Sanderson, how the hell? That man must have like the hard drive. Like, he put his brain on a hard drive because there's no way a person can remember all of that. Again, along the same lines of remembering details about the world, remembering little details about your characters. And it's not things like, oh, where are they from? Who is their mom and dad? No, it's like little things inside of scenes specifically. Don't go to sleep. It's things like, what is he wearing today? Oh, he's wearing a muscle tee, right? But didn't he wear that yesterday? And also, what color is it? And also, is he wearing shorts or is he wearing jeans? And also, did he have a drink or was that in a scene before? And also, if he does have a drink, did he like put it down somewhere? How many times did he take a sip from it in this one scene? All of that is hard to remember. And the thing is, I don't want to have to scroll through everything that I wrote just to remember these things. It's annoying. It's hard, especially when you have more than one character in a scene, which is almost always. You have to remember what your main character is doing, what your side character is doing, who your other two characters are talking about, why they're acting like that. It's when you write and 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 you write, and then you look back at what you wrote and you only wrote like 200 words. What the heck? Either time flies when you're writing or you're just stupid, because I swear to you I could be writing for like 45 minutes, but I've only written half a page. I hate that so much. Research holes. Every time something happens in my story, something that requires even the little tiniest bit of research, I end up researching for like 3 hours. It's a problem. Like, for example, in Untitled Document, I had to have someone tell a story about a rural town in Cuba. And so instead of just searching up rural towns in Cuba, choosing one and then using it, I ended up spending like an hour and a half looking through all these rural towns in Cuba, looking at pictures, looking at population, looking at size, looking at everything possible instead of writing. And I don't know why I do this. It's like, when I find the information that I need, I don't just move on with my life. I keep looking and I keep looking, and then I find something else that I'm interested in and I click on that. I just fall down this hole, and it's so hard to pull yourself back up. Like, as soon as I fall into a research hole, that's it. I'm done for the night. Like, I'm not writing anything else that night. Okay, so this next thing isn't really something that annoys me, but something that I'm absolutely amazed by and need an explanation for. I'm sure if you're the one person watching this, you've heard of the Comic Sans trick, hack, whatever you want to call it. But if you haven't, basically what it is if you write in Comic Sans, your word count will increase, your productivity will increase, and no one knows why. I tried it, and I really didn't want it to work because it just seemed so ridiculous, but oh my god, it worked. I wrote like 2,000 words in Comic Sans when for the whole week I hadn't written anything, and I don't get it. Like, what is it about Comic Sans that makes you want to write more? I don't understand. Maybe it's like the feeling of not having to take yourself too seriously, because Comic Sans is probably the most ridiculous font ever, and I don't know why it exists. Maybe there's something about seeing your writing in a font that ridiculous that makes you sort of kind of let go and breathe and just write to your heart's content and not judge yourself so much. I don't know why it works, but it does, and whoever discovered this, I nominate you for the Nobel Prize, because wow, you are saving lives. And that's the really fun thing about the internet, is that as soon as something is discovered, even something as stupid as writing in Comic Sans, it gets spread around so quickly until everybody knows about it. And I'm really thankful for that, because if I didn't have Comic Sans, I'm pretty sure a bunch of these chapters would not have ever been written. I have 30 days to finish this draft of Untitled Document. Am I doubting myself? Yeah, I am. But I'm really hoping that I'm able to do it. I'm gonna try my best. I'll neglect my schoolwork if I have to. Okay, that's all I really have to say. Yeah, if you're the one person watching this, let me know what you think about writing. Let me know if you have any things that annoy you, or pet peeves of yours when you're writing, or when you're reading someone else's writing. I don't know. Just be nice, because being nice is fun. Yeah, that's it. This has been a video. Bye.